All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is the day after WrestleMania. What did I think about it? A lot of people have asked me on Twitter. A lot of people have asked me on Instagram. Well, on a grade scale from 1 to 5, it was a solid 3.5. It was. What gave it that... What saved it actually was, well, the entire event usually goes too long. I usually start to see the momentum change. By the time Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre came out and wrestled, I can see, you can't really tell, but you have to really pay attention to the crowd. A lot of them start to leave. And lo and behold, I confirmed on shout out to wwfoldschool.com. I confirmed to their site there was people taking screenshots and taking pictures and uploading them of fans in attendance leaving during the triple threat match between Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair. Understandable. They're on East Coast time, so the event technically started at 7 p.m. Started here at 4 o'clock for us in the West Coast. And it didn't end till about close to 10, maybe 9:15, 9:30. So 5 hours of wrestling. That's pretty much what it was. But 3.5 out of 5, I'm grading it. And what saved it for me was the spectacular matches between Randy Orton, AJ Styles. That was the first one. And of course the tag team Fatal 4-Way was really, really good. I'm happy to see that tag team wrestling is coming back. It was dead for a long time. There wasn't really no impactful tag teams except for recent. It was the Usos, it was the New Day, and man, I don't even remember. And then there was a bunch of mixed tags that were being assembled from singles competition people, which is, yeah, it's been done before, but there hasn't been any solid tag teams, and that makes for no storylines. Yes, I know wrestling is fake; it's not real. The bumps are real. It's live stunt work with basically porn star acting. That's the way I see it. But nonetheless, you people like believing in Star Wars and rom-coms and all this bullshit. I watch pro wrestling. Call it even. So, yes, movies are fake. I don't know if you guys know that. But regardless, that match was probably my favorite. It was Randy Orton and AJ Styles. That was my favorite. I would say second to that could have easily been the... I'm torn here. It's either between the opening match, which was Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, which completely caught everyone off guard. And that was fucking amazing. That went exactly how I wanted it to go. Because Brock Lesnar's a part-timer. He's more than likely going to fight Daniel Cormier. I heard the date is being targeted for August of this year. And a UFC heavyweight bout, which I'm also looking forward to. And quite frankly, I think Brock might come in as the underdog against DC. So Vegas odds, give us some good money, man. Because my money is on Lesnar, just because. I mean, I love for DC, but I'm going with Lesnar, just because for some reason underdogs are just the story right now of the year. So anyway, that went by great. Came in after a quote unquote WrestleMania moment with Alexa Bliss and Hulk Hogan. They did a pose off. Paul Heyman comes out. My name is Paul Heyman. If my client does not go on last, then we might as well get over it now and fly out to Vegas where my quote-unquote client is appreciated. Okay, cool. Get the shit over with. But Lesnar's entrance was good. And I'm talking about the pyrotechnics and the LCD screen. Seth Rollins, however, had an amazing entrance. His was really good. You have to see it, but it was amazing. And then the bell didn't even ring, and Lesnar's already firing away at at Rollins, he was giving him pretty stiff shots the entire time, which is, if you don't know what a stiff shot is with pro wrestling, okay, so a stiff shot, and I'll get back to the event. A stiff shot is when it lands pretty solid and it makes contact. That's the best way I can describe it, because you're not supposed to punch or kick or knee each other that hard or even at all, but you have to sell the quote-unquote, what you guys call fakeness. You got to sell the move. However, there are people in pro wrestling that are known to be stiff workers. This creates what is called heat, in the locker room in the back. Because being a stiff worker, nobody wants to work with you. Nobody. There's been history of that shit since the Attitude Era and even before that. The first couple ones that come to mind were the Acolytes, the APA, Bradshaw and Farouk. They were pretty stiff workers too. And I believe Dwayne Johnson at one point was as well, especially with chair shots. If you don't believe me, look at what he did to Mick Foley when he handcuffed him and whacked him in the face and almost took his head off with a steel chair. Well, going back to the event, so Brock lands stiffies. I call them stiffies. I don't know where your mind's at. He lands stiffies on Seth. Seth can take it. Seth's my favorite pro wrestler. Then it just takes a turn for the good, in my opinion. And Seth curb stomped him 3 times? Perfectly executed, perfectly said. And everyone that says that Brock Lesnar still doesn't know how to wrestle is full of shit. He still knows how to sell moves. He still knows how to coordinate. He still works well with people. He just works better with guys who are not heavyweights. He works better with guys who are more agile. Perfect example is when, a long time ago, man, and God rest his soul, and I don't believe in God, but Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar at Armageddon. Oh, is it Armageddon? No Mercy. No Mercy. When Eddie Guerrero got pushed, that's when Brock gave up the belt to Eddie Guerrero. That match was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. I have never seen anything like that. I have actually, but I mean, with Lesnar working with someone very agile like Eddie Guerrero, that was just outrageously good. And that was the Eddie Guerrero title push. So nonetheless, fast forward, Brock Lesnar works with Seth Rollins. Perfect. That is perfect. Even when he wrestled Finn Balor, that was awesome. My point is, there has to be some type of David and Goliath kind of mismatch in pro wrestling to make it work, because that way you can see the agility of the smaller guy and then the absolute brute power of the bigger guy. So it's not like MMA. MMA is, you got to size them up equally because you just have to, because it's real fighting. But pro wrestling's a little bit different. It's a coordinated dance. So anyway, main event, I'll just get to it. Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair. It was really good. I liked it. I don't know if the ending was botched though. That I don't understand. It reminded me of the time WrestleMania 6 when Hulk Hogan wrestled Ultimate Warrior and Warrior pinned him, but you can see clearly Hogan barely kicked out. So I don't even know if that was botched, but because Hogan looked really disappointed afterwards. And in this case, Ronda Rousey looked completely like shell shocked, like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Like, why did you count? Like, she was yelling at the referee, like something had happened. But nonetheless, WWE has a history of quote unquote screwing people for titles, so no surprise to me. But Becky Lynch is the more popular one. They're making Ronda Rousey a heel, which a lot of people don't like for some reason, but I like her as a heel. Bret Hart said it best on Saturday's Hall of Fame speech before he got fucking tackled by some idiot, and this idiot got his ass beat, that there's no fun, I don't want to butcher his words, but he basically said that for a pro wrestler, being a heel is the best shit ever. Because you're not a babyface. You're just a straight heel. You're a bad guy. And I think Ronda needs to be that heel. She's good at it. She's a total badass bitch, man. She is. Why sell her as a babyface? You could sell her as a babyface for a little bit, and then, then I don't know. I guess an anti-hero, I guess you could call it. Nonetheless, Becky Lynch wins. She's the first double champ in WWE Women's history. Call it a night. Though, I'll leave you guys with this. The most surprising and shit that made me go batshit fucking crazy last night was Elias' segment. And I'm a big fan of Elias. I love Elias. I walk with Elias. I love his mic skills. I love his guitar playing. I love his music, actually. He's all around. That's World Wrestling Entertainment to me. That's a new school World Wrestling Entertainment. Doesn't need to cuss a whole lot, but he knows how to jab you really good with really simple words. So during the segment, guess who comes out? And I went batshit fucking crazy. John Cena, Thugonomics John Cena. So he roasted his ass in the ring. That shit was fucking great. One of the best WrestleMania moments I've ever seen. Because he came back as the fucking Doctor of Thugonomics. That shit was fucking great. That's good TV right there. That's great TV for me. If you guys don't remember, during the Ruthless Aggression era, John Cena was the Doctor of Thugonomics. So he's basically this rapper persona, and he of course is a rapper. He's pretty good, and he came out, Ward Life, give him the F you can't see me, bam, great WrestleMania moment. So, but that's all I got for you guys. I'll do another podcast this week. I need to catch up. There's a lot of things to talk about. I still have not seen Captain Marvel, and Avengers Endgame is coming up. Game of Thrones is this Sunday. A lot of shit happening in April. So stay tuned. Have a great week, guys. And don't do drugs.